Hello and welcome to our video today on simplifying fractions. So our objective is to be able to simplify fractions and write them in their simplest form. So let's just have a look at a fraction. So we've got 64 over 80. And now to simplify a fraction, you need to look for a number to start with that you can divide both numerator and denominator by. Now, if I look at 64 and 80, I could divide them both by 2. I could divide both of them by 4. I think you can divide them both by 4, but one number that I can divide them both by is 8, because I know that 64 is in the 8 times table and so is 80. So if I divide 64 by 8, I get 8. If I divide 80 by 8, I get 10. And I look at these two numbers then and I think, well, I can divide both of them by the same number as well. So I can divide them both by 2 because they're both even. So you can divide them by 2 and we end up with 4/5. And that is the most simplified fraction we can get to in this case. We can't divide either of these two by any other number. So 64 over 80 can be simplified to 4/5. Let's have a look at another example. Write 14 out of 63 as a fraction and write as a simplified fraction. Well, here's my 14 over 63. And now I've got to decide, what can I divide both 14 and 63 by? Here's a little tip. If one is odd and the other one's even, then you can't divide them by 2. You must be able to divide them by an odd number, and both of them are not in the 3 times, well, one of them's in the 3 times table but 14 isn't. They can't be in the 5s because they would end with 5 or 0, and they can't be in the 9s because they're not in the 3s to start with, but also you can't divide 14 by 9 and get a whole number. So we try 7, and both of these are in the 7 times table. So we can divide both of them by 7. So 14 divided by 7 would leave 2, and 63 divided by 7 would be 9. So our simplified fraction is 2 over 9. So that's how you simplify fractions. You get them to the smallest fraction that you can get them as whole numbers. Thank you for watching. I hope that has helped you when you come to simplify fractions. Thank you.